Essentially, this is a follow-up video, but there is a longer format video.
Ooh.
If you're still learning,
We got TechLead. New TechLead video dropped yesterday. Worth watching.
if you're still learning to code in 2025,
It's over, dude. Give up.
look, you're not going to make it. Okay, we got to be real here. What's going on is, are we doing like public static void main, string args, printf hello world, test program, test output, Java, React? You're competing at the lowest common bottom
Boom, truth
denominator as
nuke.
far as
Truth
standard of
nuke.
living goes, with the cheap foreign immigrant labor, H-1Bs, with the AI bots. Everyone here to take your job, everyone can code. Even if we were to get this whole immigration thing under control, we are in an increasingly globalizing world with geo arbitrage of labor. And so companies are still always going to find ways to outsource, to hire remotely, to just shift jobs overseas. They can open up foreign offices and branches. And even if you were to finally land that dream tech job, well then what? It's 80-hour grueling weeks of brutal.
This is like clickbait. It's like clickbait. But the truth is, for STEM, yeah, for FANG, you're correct, right? For Google, Facebook, Apple, or Meta, sorry, or whatever it's called, Netflix. But they just included Netflix. I wouldn't be say fag. That's like a fact, by the way. Is like the only reason they made FANG the acronym, and they included Netflix, is so they didn't spell it fag. That's 100% what it meant, like why they added Netflix. Who thinks that working at Netflix is like prestigious? Nobody thinks of working at Netflix is prestigious. But if you want to do that, yeah, probably you're kind of screwed. But if you want to work at, in the Midwest, if you want to work, in an area where there's technology, you're not going to get paid a ton, but it's a good job. And you work at a shop, and there's going to be shops available. There's going to be little small businesses. There's going to be big businesses like that you don't know about. Like for example, in Wisconsin, there's that Epic company that's like designed like what's that movie, Wizard of Oz? It's like designed by Wizard of Oz. The CEO is a woman, and basically you can work there. There's different opportunities that are not really like. There's in Utah, there's some tech companies, some Linux companies. That's sort of these. They're different. There are opportunities to do it, but getting rich and becoming some like working at Google or Facebook is gay, number one. But if that's your dream and you're white, I would get over your dream real quick.
Who wants to sign up for this? And I covered this topic, the H-1B issue, multiple times, at least 3 times 4 years ago. And nothing happened, and it continues to today. I covered the STEM degree scam. I covered why coding is dead multiple times. And all you guys did, every time I meet one of you guys, you're a programmer. It's like, hey, I'm learning to code. Oh yeah, I'm a programmer. I always ask that question because I'm trying to figure out how many people are actually listening. And if you're not listening and you're continuing to be a programmer, then
He's kind of going for the Keith Woods hairstyle. You kind of see this? He kind of has the Keith Woods hairstyle going, the emo look.
don't talk to me. How can I
Emo's
make this
back.
more clear? Why are you talking to me when I'm asking you not to do that and you continue to do it, and then you try to
CRISPR
talk
Woods.
to me? Stop it. And from the perspective of a corporation, well, you have to understand that if they can get a job done cheaper, at higher quality, faster, then why wouldn't they want to do that? And so while it's understandable that if you're an American, you want to save your own job, we should have never really found ourselves here in the first place. Over the past week on X, there was this debate over H-1B visa fraud and whether we should be trying to save American jobs, halting all of this cheap immigrant labor into our country. And that's really at the cost of deceleration of technological progress in a nearsighted goal just to save a few jobs. And we have to consider, is this even a sustainable?
No, I didn't buy the large pirate skull. I bought this though. See this? It's a pyrite ball. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool?
Many times are we going to decelerate? It's a slippery slope where we can be
The paradox of
decelerating everything
joy.
and close off the entire country just to save a
Dolphin
few jobs in the short
Clydefeld,
term.
he's in his feelings, huh? The tech con. Maybe we'll read Dolphin Clydefilter's technology essay. Maybe not though. We'll see.
But other countries are going to continue to geo-arbitrage that labor, and it's defeatism. It may be a one-way door to the wrong side of history. To be sure, H-1B visa reform is necessary, but one way or another, we may lose these programming jobs. And we may consider programmers did not build America.
Facts.
Right? Diversity did. But American exceptionalism is not based on any commodity skill set. It's based on innovation, disruption, willingness to fail and get back up, entrepreneurship, and these are qualities built on freedom of expression, thought that no country or AI should be able to match. And we need to play to our strengths. And coding is not one of them. I'm sorry, but it's just not in this generation. Other countries are just way stronger than us. You see, DEI set us back 20 to 30 years because they destroyed our entire education system through the Department of Education, and students were taught absolutely nothing. And now we're seeing them come into the workforce as Gen Z. They're the unemployable, unhireable people because they're activists, they're self-entitled, they're lazy,
Facts,
they don't do work, and they don't know
Facts, though. Let's be real. Facts.
anything. They don't know STEM. What they do know is Diversity History Month, gender ideology,
Gay sex, perhaps.
empathy, proper use of pronouns. And even though you may think you know coding, you actually don't. Compared to some of these Asian nations, you will not rank in the bottom 10 percentile of these because their STEM foundation is just so much stronger. Our entire
He's baiting. He's doing good bait. This is bait.
education system needs to be revamped because it is just brain rot all the way to the core, to the teachers. The whole thing needs to be ripped out. And it's going to take us 20 to 30 years to just rebuild the entire system and get a new batch of students educated properly and bring them out into the workforce. And so in the meanwhile, our colleges are not going to be able to teach you how to build semiconductor
That's true, smart boy scholar.
factories and manufacturing. We can't teach you how to build a nuclear reactor or quantum physics. We don't have hardware engineering or electrical engineering. We don't do silicon chips because we don't have that knowledge. We would need to import foreign teachers from abroad on H-1B visas. And even if we could get all of this done, America's culture does not celebrate nerds, tech, science.
I'm not gonna lie. The Taiwan thing, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. I think we want to have an excuse to be in that area that's not like geopolitical. That would be my guess. If I was gonna bet money, I would bet that we want to have Taiwan and we want to have it independent of China just to screw with China. Because I don't. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it. Because I don't buy that we can't like do, microchips or whatever, or chips or processors or whatever. I don't buy that we can't figure out how to do that in 6 months in America if we wanted to. It's not magical. It's just very. We just do what the Chinese do. All the Chinese do is spy. You just spy. You bring in, you put in people who are just spy and just tell us what it is. It's not some magic thing. It's not magical. You literally should have spies fix it, figure it out within 6 months.
What we do celebrate as Americans are the TikTok dances. That is what America's brain rot is fed on. And so I think it's time we give up STEM. The fact is there's nothing special about STEM.
Boring ass. Yeah, I know, dude.
You're so obsessed about STEM.
Yeah, I know. Believe me. Believe me. You think it's boring for you? You can click out at any time in your life, all right? Right now, you say goodbye, and you push Control W, and you leave, all right? I'm stuck here for the whole entirety of every single stream. You come in, this sucks, I'm gone, right? Me, I come in, if I leave, it's over. If I don't, I have to stay here for the whole entire, every single stream. I have to watch every single stream. I'm stuck here, bro. I'm forced to be bored out of my mind.
Actually. Sure, it propelled our nation to greatness over the past 20 or 30 years, but we don't actually need STEM degrees to win, just like we don't need manufacturing to win. We don't need AP biology classes or astrology to win.
Paul, you can shoot yourself in the head anytime you want. That's what I thought about doing this whole week. I was like, dang, I'm so bored. If I was just dead, it would be easier.
Because we have nukes already. Never forget that. The age of technological warfare really ended when we were able to mutually assure destruction. And the fact is, if you were to combine all of the engineers in the US together, their GDP value still cannot equate that of one Taylor Swift alone, right? Taylor Swift is half of all US GDP, and she's not even an engineer. Which
she is actually
American GDP? An astrophysicist who's studying the black holes and the stars, okay, great, or a Kim Kardashian. The astrophysicist, this STEM nerd, has a zero-value GDP contributing nothing to America's economy. We don't need that.
I don't care about video games.
People like that. The truth is, tech has been dying for a long time. The only types of industry that can justify $1 billion plus opportunities are
Tartol? I never played Tarlol? What is Tarlol?
Tech is becoming sanctioned in a deglobalizing world. TikTok is already on the way to being banned in the West. iPhones and Teslas will be banned by the BRICS nations. You've got Google.
ASAP_Blocky sent $10.
Yo, thank you. I'll be back in a minute. Thank you.
Hey, good morning, Kanye. Stop! Oh, shit. Here we go again. What is it? I'll be sure to tell everyone at the camp that you helped me out. It's the bandits! Help!
You can't sleep. We call him Lucio.
Fight down, man. Let's get my shoulder. I'm just with a rocket launcher. You'll be wishing you were dead. I didn't lie to you, honest. Bruh, he's been gone for quite a while. That can't be a real nigga. We don't let every loser go through.
You're my friend now. We're having South Tacos later. What the fuck? 1 versus 1 million?
500.
Granata.
Hey man, help us grab our friend from these bastards. Follow me. No good place for an ambush. They'll be here soon. Here it comes. And here we go.
What's up, bitches?
Commandos. Negative commandos. What's happening? Around. Yes. Yes.
What? The best perspective.
Traxy sent $5.
Paving the secret.
Middle fingers up if you a bad bitch hoe. Pop the pussy open, make a nasty hoe. All them pretty bitches getting nasty though. I want a bad bitch, but not a trashy hoe. Drop that ass to the floor.
Thank you, Traxy. That was very cool. That was from Traxy. Thank you very much, Traxy. I appreciate that.
Google being fined on a daily basis, it seems, by every country.
Traxy, you've changed. I took a 3-day weekend and you changed. Wow, that's crazy.
Government revenue, because no country is giving these tech companies free reign anymore. Absolutely no one has the attention for yet another app, and all new tech will be sanctioned from here on out.
Is Dalton building a new app? Is Dalton building a new application?
NVIDIA chips and AI tech is going to be sanctioned and restricted.
What's Nico up to?
Where's the global reach, right? These are not global companies. And the same is going to apply for nanometer semiconductor technology.
I want to watch more Sneeko.
Certainly quantum technology.
I'm in the mood for a
technology,
Sneeko doc.
and really just any new technology these days. Where's the global reach? And these big tech companies are getting desperate in order to justify their sky-high valuations. They're starting to reach for these ridiculous fantasies like quantum computing. Oh, we're almost going to get this quantum computing going, guys. You got to invest in us. We're going to build nuclear reactors now. Hey, AGI, we're going to build this AGI thing. Oh, Android robots. Yeah, we're going to do self-driving vaporware marketing hype. Oh, we're going to build a metaverse. Remember when Facebook said they're building the metaverse and put out this marketing?
Dalton is building an app. Dalton is building an app to watch movies with e-girls. Dude, kill me. Kill me.
Demo hype video rebranding themselves as Meta. Well, I don't see any of this coming to fruition. Where is it? What's Facebook's product? They don't even have a product anymore. What are they doing? What's justifying any of this? And the same applies for all of these big tech companies. What is Google's product? Is it web search still? I mean, this is a problem when you've got ChatGPT eating into the core bread and butter of this business. As I understand it, Google is mostly a search wrapper on the Reddit search engine because their default search is just so bad.
That's true.
Have to sign some exclusive deal.
That's true. That's true. The best search is Reddit. You add Reddit to stuff, and then you just use Google for that.
With Reddit to get that going, Amazon is competing with the likes of Temu and AliExpress now, which are like 10 times cheaper. And so now all you've got on Amazon are these grifting drop shippers who are just marking up prices 10x, and consumers are waking up that, hey, they can just go direct to the warehouses. Apple's already given up their car, realizing they can't compete on STEM with the Asian nations. What's really going to happen with Trump's tariffs in 2025 is that it's going to actually open up the floodgates to allow foreign manufacturing into the US markets. And we're going to put a tariff on that, and the nation will get a cut of every sale, but the local tech companies may not be able to compete. And with AI, the scary thing is that the bill for all of these AI training costs is finally going to come in 2025, and these companies need to find a way to justify the billions of dollars in expenses they spent on AI chips last year. And when that bill comes in, do you really want to stick around for that if you're a tech investor? And so you know what? Sell tech stocks. The reality is we're in an age of technological stagnation. And with no good way to store our wealth, Americans just plow their life savings into the tech stocks, into equities, SPY, ETFs, and just batch bought all of these stocks, and their valuations have just run up too much. Right? The PE ratios for some of these is insane. The PE ratio is price to earnings ratio. It's basically how long would you have to hold the stock in order to break even on its earnings. Amazon's PE ratio is 48, which means you would need to hold the stock for 48 years just to break even on it. Apple's PE ratio is 40, Tesla at 110, NVIDIA at 60. I mean, these PE ratios should be closer to, say, 20. The reality is
PE ratio goes to 5.
Economy
5 is probably the best PE ratio.
So
like, that's probably what it should be, not 40, not 20.
Nobody can think, nobody can focus. And these attention economies are zero-sum. PVP, GDP is 0. And so sell US equities, sell the SPY, the S&P 500. You know, the thing with tech stocks is their valuation has just run up so much that now the only way to justify their current stock price is to build some nuclear quantum core reactor with AGI built in. It's some crazy 50-year plan, and we have come up against a technological barrier. It is a wall. And the wall remains undefeated. Women know this. And in order for us to overcome this wall, it's going to take decades and billions of dollars of investments in order to build our first-gen nuclear quantum AGI reactor core. And the thing about investing too early, even if you're 10 to 20 years too early, is you're sitting on dead, stagnant money. And that's the prime 10 to 20 years of your life where you're just sitting around broke. I mean, that's your life. You cannot be too early. And maybe this whole STEM thing is something reserved for our next generation, but for your current generation now, you are living now, how are you going to succeed? Well, here's the good news. We can still win this thing. And I'll highlight for you 2 global $1 billion plus opportunities still in play for 2025, and that is media and digital assets. Nothing else has global scale, certainly not tech. Now with media, you have to remember even companies like Google are more media and advertising businesses than tech businesses. And so if you control global media, then you control global advertising and you control global spending. You see, we don't have to be some tech powerhouse to win because we've got the nukes already. And actually, there's many countries like Dubai that are thriving and not tech powerhouses. They derive most of their revenue from international trade, tourism. Tourism does a lot for a country because it brings in that external income, which is a direct impact on GDP, unlike, say, AP biology classes. And we need to play to our strengths.
Did you see that NVIDIA is releasing a 3,000 AI desktop computer and can do 200 billion models? Is that real? Link that, Citron. That's actually interesting.
Because we're bad at STEM. Let's face it. What we do have is empathy, diversity. And as far as media and influence goes, these soft skills may just be our strengths. Americans, like Kim Kardashian, are still the global trendsetters and influencers, and people look to the US as a nation of free thinkers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. And then for the second prong, digital assets. If we win Bitcoin, we win everything. And so the global financial future is going to be built on Bitcoin and stable coins. And so here's the play. The world...
What is this? Is this real?
Mr. Bim sent $5. My dad helped me open an IRA, but I'm extremely apprehensive to invest in it. Can't withdraw a dollar for 37 years. I think it's a horrible investment. What do you think?
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is a horrible investment, but make your dad happy. Put the money into it. Max IRA, why not? Why not? It's not like you're gonna need the money for something else. So this is the supercomputer for $3,000. A petaflop of AI performance in a power-efficient compact form factor. With the NVIDIA AI software stack pre-installed in 128 gigabytes of memory. Developers can prototype, fine-tune, and inference large AI models of up to 200 billion parameters locally and seamlessly deploy to the data center or cloud. Interesting.
The world is going on-chain on global financial rails where Bitcoin is becoming the universal store of value, and it is a far better and more efficient store of value than anything else, certainly better than tech stocks. And you have to remember, we can still win this because Americans hold capital still. We're still the richest nation. We can take that and become the dominant player
Roth irrational
and establish that global financial future. At the same time, stablecoins are becoming the medium of exchange and transaction and really of international trade. And if we can dominate this market and build out the financial rails for something like USDC stablecoins and dominate that international global trade, then that will strengthen the dollar actually as the global reserve currency with Bitcoin as the global reserve asset.
The US dollar is the global reserve currency, so who cares? Anyway. Let's see what the Redditors have to say about the NVIDIA digits. Is there actual footage of this working though? That's very cool. So what would happen here? So basically, you'd have this just plugged into a real computer. In addition, as an interface. Like this would be plugged into your actual computer. Is that right? Am I right about this? Rainbow Six Siege? No. That's cool. Very cool. You can use it as a workstation. So it's not... So all this itself, nothing else. Like this is a full computer. This isn't like something you plug into a computer. Where is the CPU? Right here, the Grace CPU. And then there's the Blackwell's GPU. That's kind of crazy, honestly. Yeah, well, nothing goes full circle, all right? Our lifetimes are too short for to see anything about full circle anything.
Asset. And so there you have it. If we win Bitcoin, we win everything. We don't even need STEM to win. Double down on Bitcoin. Nobody has enough. The question is actually no longer if you have Bitcoin is how much you have, but more on that next time. Let me know though, your thoughts?
He took his break. He took his break and then he came back to dunk on tech people. Goated. I quit my coding job of 6 years to become a pilot. Best decision I ever made for my wallet and mental health. That's cool. That's so cool. Good for this person. I'm leaving to be a truck driver. Nine years later, I still can't tell if this guy is troll or serious. Next video, best skill in 2025, coding. Has Rudyard done anything? Has Rudyard uploaded anything since his breakdown besides the pre-recorded one? Timestamps powered by Stirac AI. AI too long.